Hello and welcome to Medical Dialogues. I'm Yakshi. Let's look at today's top medical news. Study finds short-term vegan diet linked to reduced biological age. In a recent study published in journal BMC Biome Central, eating a vegan diet for 8 weeks is associated with reduction in biological age estimations based on levels of DNA methylation, a type of chemical modification of DNA known as an epigenetic modification that alters gene expression but not DNA itself. Previous research has reported that increased DNA methylation levels are associated with aging. Varun Dwarka, Christopher Gardner and colleagues investigated the molecular effects of a short-term vegan diet by instructing one half of each twin pair to eat an omnivorous diet for 8 weeks, including between 170 and 225 grams of meat, 1 egg and 1.5 serving of dairy each day, and the other half to eat a vegan diet for the same length of time. The sample was 77% women and participants were 40 years old and had an average body mass index of 26 kilograms per meter squared. For the first 4 weeks of the study, participants ate meals that had been prepared for them, and for the second 4 weeks, participants ate meals that they had prepared themselves after receiving nutrition classes from health educators. The study investigated the impacts of diet on levels of DNA methylation by analyzing blood samples collected from the participants at baseline, week 4 and week 8 of the study. They used DNA methylation levels to infer the biological ages of participants and their organ systems.
Are you also aspiring to excel in medical journalism and delve into the intricacies of health and medical reporting? Explore our comprehensive course on medical and health journalism available at the Medical Dialogues Academy. Learn from industry experts who possesses in-depth knowledge and experience in this field. For further details, scan the QR code provided or access the link in the description box below.
Diet affects metabolism and gut microbiome significantly, according to the study. A recent study published in a journal Cell, researchers discussed recent advances in molecular nutrition. They focused on pharmaceutical and dietary interventions to manage energy balance and their interactions with the gut microbiomes in humans. Further, they explored emerging dietary patterns and the implications of microbiome research on the nutrition. Over the past 5 decades, molecular nutrition has evolved significantly. Initially centered on micronutrients, the field has shifted towards studying micronutrient and dietary patterns driven in part by the rising prevalence of obesity. A growing body of evidence highlights the crucial role of the gut microbiome in regulating energy metabolism and dietary responses. This has led to the emergence of precision nutrition, which tailors dietary recommendations based on an individual's genetic and microbiome profiles. Large-scale studies such as the personalized responses to dietary composition trial have demonstrated the potential of incorporating microbiome data to improve metabolic health outcomes. Nevertheless, further research is needed to validate precision nutrition and integrate it into clinical practice. Takeaway coffees might exceed daily recommended caffeine intake levels, study finds. In a recent study published in Nutrient, researchers explored the caffeine content in various popular coffee servings to assess the safety regarding recommended daily intake limits. Growing evidence suggests that drinking coffee offers several health benefits, including a reduced risk of type 2 diabetes for regular drinkers. Researchers have also observed an inverse relationship between coffee consumption and cognitive decline in some populations. Experts recommend consuming 3 to 5 cups of coffee daily as a part of healthy diet. However, confusion arises about what constitutes a cup due to varying serving sizes and caffeine content. The caffeine content in coffee can vary significantly based on factors such as the type of beans used, brewing methods, and serving sizes. These variations highlight the need for more specific guidelines on coffee consumption, particularly given the prevalence of chain coffee shops. Coffee contains not only caffeine but also other compounds that influences its health effects. Authorities like the European Food Safety Authority recommend a safe daily caffeine intake of up to 400 mg for adults. They also suggest developing more practical guidelines to help consumers manage their caffeine intake effectively. Common drug shows potential to extend women's fertility by several years, early findings reveal. A growing number of people are waiting longer to have kids. While there are many reasons people may want to hold back on this decision, about 1/3 of couples will have difficulties getting pregnant if the female partner is over 35. This is because women's fertility begins declining around that age. But the researchers of an ongoing clinical trial published in journal Nature Portfolio claim rapamycin, a drug commonly used to prevent organ transplants from failing, may be able to extend a woman's fertility years by up to 5 years. The early results from a small pilot study suggest potential benefits of rapamycin for fertility treatments. The early results from a small pilot study suggest potential benefits of rapamycin for fertility treatments. Though the findings are not yet peer-reviewed, it will take 2 years for the clinical trial to conclude before drawing definitive conclusions. But initial results offer some optimism. Previous studies in mice have indicated that rapamycin may positively affect various aspects of aging, including fertility. Thank you for watching Medical Dialogues. Stay tuned for more updates.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.